Greetings to all and sundry. Chancellor North Wales here. Time for another Chancellor's View. We're going to look at recent projects, current projects, and upcoming projects, and some shout-outs. So let's begin. Work is progressing at a pace on the Kamov 126. Which is a development of the Kamov 26. Fit is a little bit better on this, and I've learnt some lessons from the Kamov 26. Thank you guys for all your great feedback about the build on this one. I had fun with this, really glad to have the Kamov 26 on the shelf. It is a dinky little thing and it's a fascinating little aircraft, and one that I would suggest you guys do check out videos of this thing in operation, especially starting up. It's quite fascinating. So thank you guys for your feedback, your comments and your support on my vids. And as always, whenever I pick a model up, I manage to knock something off it. The joys of needing super glue. So what else is coming up? Well, I'm doing a run of builds, and after the Kamov 26 I'll be doing the Kamov 126, I'll be doing the Kamov 226, and then I have to fit in between October and December for Martin Lamont's Luftwaffe build, the Ralle Sea King in Luftwaffe markings. Now this is any Luftwaffe aircraft as long as it's a Ralle kit. So fair enough. So I had this in the stash for ages, and I'll be building this. I have got a slot up in the on the shelf where I have my Western helicopters, where this will fit in quite nicely. So not sure when in between October and December it's going to be built, but it will be hopefully happening. So on with a few shout outs. Now I've got 6 here from a variety of people, and there will be links down below. So this list will be, if you scroll down below, and there will be a list of all these people with links to their sites. So I'm going to start off with WBP's Models. So this is a guy in Greece. He posts aircraft build vids. His last Mosquito a 148 scale Mossy that he did was absolutely gorgeous. This is the build process video, but there's no commentary to it. I just like the quality of his work. Good, solid modelling skills on display. So if you like his work, well, check him out, and if you like his work, I strongly recommend you subscribe to him. Next one is RoboVoice Models. Now this is a chap in the UK, and he calls himself this because he's using narrating his videos with the YouTube default robotic voice. How people respond to that, like it, it's up to them. I don't mind it too much. Sometimes it gets a bit grating, but fair enough. The quality of his work though is great. He's done a very detailed build of the Hawker Tempest by Edward, and used the detailing sets as well. That in its own right is worth checking out to see how he tackled that. Really went to town on that aircraft. Nicely displayed with engine covers open, that side of things. So certainly a very solid modeler. Next chap is Sprue Therapy. Now the vids have subtitles, and I would certainly describe it modelling eye candy. Basically you can just sit and relax and watch his vids. He did a very nice work on an FW190, and his vids are certainly easy to follow and see what he's doing, and he's providing subtitles explaining what he's doing, what he's using, and you can easily follow through and certainly learn something from him. So that's Sprue Therapy. Fourth one is Ralle's kleine Modellbauecke, or Ralle's small model corner. And this is a traditional modeler. I think he's doing a lot of hand painting and airbrushing. And he just clearly does it for the fun of it. As somebody who's modeling like so many of us to chill out and relax. Solid set of skills. Certainly developing his skills as well. And he does a wide variety of subjects. Aircraft, armour, naval subjects. Check him out. And again, if you like his channel, subscribe to him to follow his work. Next one I've got here is Prckos. Now these are two young lads from Czechia, the Czech Republic, as I find it easier to call it about anyway. And they are certainly skilled for their age. So I think it's they currently say in their profile bit that one's 14 and the other one's 12. And certainly check their channel out for the quality of their work and what they bring to it. The last one I'm going to do is Aviation 29. Now this is a young chap in the UK, and he's very fond of airfield modelling, so he likes to lay out an airfield and that side of it. He's built a couple of aircraft for it. These are basic modelling skills he's applying here, and certainly somebody who's learning and developing on that side of it. And it was just nice to listen to him talking about the airfield operating, where aircraft were coming to and from, and that side. And he certainly seems somebody with a real interest in light aviation. So, running out of time here a little bit on my the memory I've got left on my phone. So, okay. So, tidy up things a little bit on the memory there, just to help things along. Clear out some clutter. So, those are the shout outs. And check them out, guys. A lot of them are younger modelers, and they're the ones who really need the encouragement. This is a hobby that for many of us we left at some stage, came back to. And I think particularly for the younger modelers, the encouragement helps them to grow. It helps their channels to grow, and it keeps them at the bench a bit more, which is not a bad thing, really. So look them up, check them out. My own build rate, I've deliberately slowed a little bit. I have quite a lot going on, and a bit less bench time. Still, getting a little bit of time each evening. But just ease back so I can clear other work and go back to slightly longer hours. So that's really it for this particular Chances View. Now I've got an awful lot of channels listed. I've been accruing, putting the names of the channels into a like a PowerPoint document, so I can go into them. And basically this was going to be 10 shout-outs. I just thought that would be a little bit too many here. There may be a second video this month or in a couple of weeks' time. Again with a few more. Didn't quite do the ones I intended to do. I just went to the wrong part of the list. But I do see that there seems to be quite a lot of channels coming up. And it was Steve D who also made a rather interesting suggestion, that if there is somebody who hasn't posted a video, say since March, when particularly in the UK, when this seemed to kick off with good old COVID, message them and see if they're okay. So if there's people that you know of that haven't posted since March, send them a message just to check out that they're surviving. Like so many of us, I do also regular clear out of channels, and if somebody hasn't posted for well over a year, then I will take them off. Too many names on my subscription list to manage, and it just means that I'm looking at the active people, and there's a lot of non-modelling channels I subscribe to as well, particularly historical ones, and they seem to be growing in number and quality. And I do have certain favourites amongst it. I think most of us, as we're sitting at our benches, do enjoy diving into that sort of thing. And the successful ones seem to go on and become, in many ways, YouTube celebrities in their own right. And I also think the quality of their work far exceeds what we see these days on the History Channel, which has become something of a joke with a lot of its contents, and rather uninspiring and poorly researched, and more done for ratings and thrills rather than anything else. I mean, how on earth Duck Dynasty has any place on history big boggles belief, and so many of the other things like this Hunt for Hitler, and yeah, all right, just the quality historical documentaries now seem to be on YouTube, guys. Drachenfield, The Chieftain, people like that. Military history visualized. All those guys, I think, in my mind, bring to us far more than much of what is available on TV. And the same I will also say is on podcasts as well. There's a lot of very good podcasts out there that you can listen to while you're at your bench. Television seems to be producing quality entertainment, but that's what it is. Certainly not quality enlightenment. That seems to have gone out the window with a lot of what is on TV. I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm not saying there aren't some efforts to do quality documentaries, particularly historical ones, and there are a few out there, but they do seem to be few and far between. I'd also add to the list of quality on YouTube is a fellow called Tick. Now, for these, I've not done channel links before. I believe in supporting our modelling community more than anything else, and encouraging other modelers. And all the people I've mentioned, you will find easily enough. Tick is TRK, by the way. So, as I said, I'm rolling along, and the year is progressing. 2020 is certainly proving to be entertaining, and with that point, before we go to anything else, I will start scurrying down other rabbit holes of discussion. I will wish you all a happy modelling. Take care, guys, particularly out there, and when you're in your model shops, pop on your masks. Sadly, no model shows this year. Telford's being cancelled, which is understandable enough. And even Cosford's cancelled into April of next year. So, guys, keep safe at homes. Enjoy your time at your benches, particularly now as autumn and winter begin to set in. And I will wish you all the best. Take care, God bless, and happy modelling. This is Johnson, North Wales, signing out.